Bolt DIY with Gemini 2.0's new update is absolutely insane, and you can get access to both of them for free. Let me show you exactly how this works. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to set up Bolt DIY. If you're not sure how to set it up, you can just follow the instructions at Bolt DIY's GitHub page. And if you want all the video notes on exactly how I set it up, get it in the AI Profit Boardroom, link in the comments description. And from here, once you've got that set up and running locally, then what you're going to do is once you land on the page, you're going to click on this drop-down list and then click on Open Router. And you get access to all these different APIs. So you can switch between them and build whatever you want using AI. And you can build tools, websites, apps, whatever you want. It's pretty amazing. But also inside here, you can select all these new experimental AI models that have just come out from Google this week, right? For example, if we look at Google Gemini 2.0 Flash, that was created 5th of February. Now, this is a paid model, but you can actually get a free model. If you type in Google 2.0, you'll see all these updates that came out February 2025. For example, Google Gemini Pro 2 Experimental is free, and you can plug it into Bolt. So if you want to do that, all you do is you go down the list, and you're like, okay, let's go for Google Flash 2.0 Experimental completely for free, right? And then you get Bolt DIY for free, and you get Google Gemini 2.0 for free, and you can build whatever you want. So what I'm going to show you here now is a new way of prompting Bolt that works really well. As an example of this, let me show you this landing page that we just created in literally like a minute with one single prompt using the new method that I've created. So for example, you see here, let's create this brand new landing page. This links directly to my funnels, and it's even got a UTM so I can track if anyone landed on the page and submitted a response using my website built on Bolt. Additionally, what it's done is actually created images and inserted them into the content. It's customized all the content in one single prompt directly to me and my agency and who I am. And it's built out like a beautiful landing page that should convert really. So if you want to do the exact same thing, let me show you exactly how to do this. So I'm going to grab this prompt, like you can see right here. We've basically said create a high converting modern and SEO optimized landing page for my SEO agency. Here's the brand colors. Here's some information to include. Here's a whole layout, right? There's a very detailed prompt. So if we actually select that prompt, this is 200. Now I'll show you how to create these prompts that work so well on Bolt in a minute. But if you want to generate the website using Google 2.0 Gemini Flash, you just hit enter. That's going to start coding out the project. And because we've been really specific on how to build it out, what to set up, how to build it all, etc., and because it's customized to me, we're going to get the best possible outputs that we can. And again, this is free, right? Imagine how much you used to pay for a website design agency to do this. It would take them weeks. It would take a lot back and forth. You'd have to brief them for hours and hours, sit in their office, drink their cups of tea. Instead, you can build out a website that's ready to go like this, and it links directly to our funnel pages. It's all personalized to us. Nice little landing page. Obviously, you would insert the images yourself, but pretty amazing stuff. You can also, for example, go onto Bolt New and use the same prompt, and you get a free amount of credits per month. So I'm actually on the free plan right here. As you can see, I'm on the free account. I'm not on the pro plan. And you can use the same prompt inside Bolt.new as well, complete for free, like you can see. And then it will even create the images for you. But if you want to use Google Gemini 2.0 as the API and build it locally, then this is how you do it using Bolt DIY. Pretty simple and easy. We can build out websites. That's just one example. I'm going to show you many different examples today. So let's move on to prompt number 2. So now we're going to create something more complex. This is going to be building out a 5-page AI agents website. So again, you can see the prompt here is very detailed, very complex. We've shown it exactly what to do, what colors to use for all the buttons, etc. We're going to head into, and this is probably one of my most complex prompts I've ever used directly for Bolt. That's a 700-word prompt to get the best possible outputs from Bolt DIY. Because if you can give it more complex instructions, then it's more likely to work first time round. And I'll show you how to automate these prompts in a second. So that's building out the pages. You've got the About Us, the case studies, the home, the services section, and the contact page. So one of the best things about Flash Experimental and using Google Gemini Flash 2.0 Experimental is not just that it's free, but also that you can build it locally and it's very fast to respond. Plus, if something's not working, then we could just screenshot the preview. And because Google Gemini Flash has vision, it can look at the situation and try and fix it. So if we say troubleshoot with the screenshot image attached, it's going to rebuild that out. And there we go, fixed it. So using the vision option, which is super powerful, we can screenshot the image, plug it back in, say troubleshoot, and it's like, the image shows not available. This means there's an error in the code or development server isn't running correctly. Let's ensure the development server is running and there are no other errors in the console. And then we've got this nice little design, sleek, modern page, like you can see right here. Again, you would insert your own images, so it's not going to create a logo for you or anything like that. And if we click through these pages, you can see it's all working nicely. Contact us page as well. with the information for our agency. And we just automated that in one click. Pretty crazy stuff. It's even, for example, insert the case study section and it's good to go. The cool thing is as well, using Open Router, you can switch between different APIs as well. So if you're like, oh, okay, I think the Gemini gets the basics down and then I want to really develop it with, say, something more powerful like Claude 3.5 Sonnet, then we can select that over here. We can give it the same prompt and see what we get back from Claude versus Gemini 3.5 Sonnet. Bear in mind, Gemini 3.5 Sonnet is a paid API, so you probably will get better outputs, but it's not free. Either way, you can build them both locally, you can preview them, pretty simple and easy to do. Now, if you're wondering how did we come up with the prompts and that method right there, what I actually did was I just went on to ChatGPT 4.0. I was like, for Bolt, create a prompt that perfectly creates a landing page. Here's my brand colors, include personalized information about me, etc. And then it gives me a really detailed prompt, like you can see with all the details. I also said funnel traffic to this UTM, and then it created a really nice prompt, like you can see. Same for the AI agents website, pretty simple and easy to do. And if you go back to Bolt DIY using Claude 3.5 Sonnet, again, the outputs are paid using this method, but it does look slightly better. Either way, you get like good outputs from either. And that website was literally automated in a couple of seconds. In literally one click. Like, pretty amazing that you can do that. We're going to build a lot more out today, but I'm just showing you examples of like how you can create prompts, how you can use Bolt DIY, what sort of use cases you have for it, plus how to plug in and switch between APIs. Plus, if you're using the Google Gemini Flash thinking models or Flash 2.0 experimental models, then it is super, super powerful. Now, if you want a free tool to just automate all the prompts for you, I'll include that inside the AI Profit Boardroom so that when you click Get Started, you can tell it, okay, what tool are you prompted for? So we'll put Bolt. Then it's going to ask for the details. So we're going to say, okay, get clients for my AI agency, tone equals fun, and brand colors equals this. Then it's going to generate the prompt like you can see. And you can quickly generate a prompt that we can then plug back into Bolt. So let's go to Bolt DIY over here. We're going to select Gemini Pro Experimental. It's coding that out. I'll also show you how to build your own apps and tools as well. There's so much you can do with this. The possibilities are pretty much endless. It's just absolutely amazing what you could do. Now, if you want to simplify it even more, you can say, for example, okay, build a to-do list app. And let's say you want to build an app, then you can go for like those one-line prompts. And they do work quite often. The only problem is like you don't get the outputs as personalized as you would like them, right? So it requires a lot more back and forth inside the chat once you get the outputs. For example, we've got the to-do list back. Obviously, it's not in my brand colors. There's no content on the page, etc., which you would normally do in the pre-prompt, which is why you want to run it through chat. For example, if we say, okay, build an SEO site with Gemini 2.0, we'll click add, and that's working right there. And then you can click on delete or complete. So if I click on complete, it's going to press it out. If we undo that and click on delete, you can see it's removed from the to-do list app. So it's really simple and easy and powerful to use Bolt DIY. And again, it's not a paid tool. It's not, for example, Lovable or Cursor, Windsurf. All these tools you eventually have to pay for because they're on a premium plan. But using Bolt DIY, hosting it locally, you also get access to the chats locally too. And you can see all your history inside the chats here as well. This goes back as far as November 2024, right? So you've got all this history that you build up over time. You can come back to it. You can get back to old projects. Really simple. And also inside the voice chat here, we can also instruct it to use different things. So if I say, okay, build an SEO cost calculator website that's optimized for Julian Goldie SEO's agency and talk about what we do, what we sell, etc., and include some information about our previous case studies. Then we'll hit enter and you can see that's basically taken the instructions that we gave it and now it's going to build out that website too. So you can even voice command it and the AI will understand what you're saying like pretty much perfectly. Better than Alexa, to be fair, even if you've got an English accent like me, and it will code out the website like you can see. There seems to be quite a lot of terminal errors, but I think that's just part of the coding process. And if you just click fix this terminal error there, then it will just keep going through and fixing that and setting up. Now, I've shown you how to build tools. I've shown you how to build apps, and I've also shown you how to build websites. I'll also show you how to host them in a second as well. But let's say, for example, you want to create a video game as well. You can plug that into here, and we're going to test out Flash Thinking Experimental right here. So this should be more like a reasoning model for getting outputs. Probably going to be a little bit slower for generating the code, but if we get better outputs, then that's okay. And you see here, we said Bolt prompt for a self-playing snake game. Generate a self-playing snake game using JavaScript and the HTML Canvas API. And you can see it's just playing Snake perfectly on fast mode. Look how fast it's sped up right there. Again, I'm not touching this. I'm not that good at Snake. but you can see it's just played perfectly right there. And so even for generating your own games, you can build this out pretty quickly. And it's absolutely amazing what you can do. You can also create like really nice sales pages too. So for example, if we take the copy from my AI Profit Boardroom, and then we'll go inside the chat here and we'll say, okay, create prompt for the AI Profit Boardroom. It's going to generate the content for the landing page right here. Now we'll grab this prompt, we'll go back to Bolt and we'll ask it to generate that website. And in a minute, I'll show you once this is generated, how to host the files as well. So how you can actually get this website live on a custom domain. Just like you can see, for example, with this landing page, we built this with Bolt as well. And it came out really nicely. So look at that. So we've got the landing page ready to go. You could improve the font, but the landing page is pretty much there. I would say you just want to add some nice images and that sort of thing. So there's a couple of things you can do as well. Like you can click on this and you can test the responsive mode. You can actually open this in a pop-up and that will allow you to preview the website on mobile as well. Just see what it's like. It looks really nice. That would take you hours to design, honestly. I know what messing around with like responsive design and everything, it is a total nightmare. I'll tell you that for free. So if you go back to the code section here, and then we click on download code, we've got the folder for the project. Now, if we go to Netlify, import an existing project, try Netlify drop, grab that folder that we just downloaded from Bolt DIY, drop it in there. That's going to upload. Wait for it. It might take a minute. It depends how big the project is as well. But we've got that ready to go. You can also publish this to a repository and then link the repository to GitHub as well. So if you look at Bolt DIY, you can click on push to GitHub, push that project to GitHub, and then link it to a repository that way. And then once your site is deployed, you can click on buy a new domain, and you can put in, for example, the custom domain you want to buy, and then it will give you a list of ideas, and you can just choose which one you want to buy. Plus, you get a breakdown of how much it's going to cost for the first year, plus a renewal. Additionally, you can see a bunch of different websites we've deployed here. So, for example, this SEO investment calculator website, if we open that up, that is ready to go, and it will host it on a testing domain. So it's like a subdomain of Netlify, just if you want to test it out. And then once you get a custom domain bought for it, you can get that set up and host it. Pretty easy and simple to do. And from what I've so far, actually, I would say that Google Gemini 2.0 Flash Thinking Experimental seems to be the best API to build these tools on. And if you don't like the font, for example, like you saw before, the font wasn't that nice, to be honest. So I said, improve the font, did it instantly. Boom, look at that. Much nicer now. So thanks so much for watching. Like I said, I'll drop all the prompts from today inside the S&P section of the AI Profit Boardroom. You also get the custom GPT for building those Bolt prompts, plus the instructions on how to set this up locally, and loads of good prompts to build out websites like you can see. Additionally, this comes with a fast, quick AI automation crash course so that you can save hundreds of hours, and weekly coaching calls. Feel free to get that, plus an awesome community that you can ask for help. So feel free to get that link in the comments description. And if you want to get a free one-to-one SEO strategy session that shows you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 visitors a month and generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales and autopilot, feel free to get that link in the comments description. You'll get a free SEO domination plan, so you'll get a custom tailored link building plan to generate more leads, sales, and profits from your website. You'll discover the secrets to SEO link building. We'll answer any questions you have one-to-one. You'll learn the best link building strategy for your website, plus how to quickly outrank your competitors in link building, and how to 10x SEO traffic based on what's working for us. Feel free to get that link in the comments description. Appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.